Well, hello, Jody. How's Jody today?
Hello, Miss Jody. How are you?
So, did you stop right where you were last week when you got done?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, how about you?
I went and I finished my repeat.
Well, good for you.
Yeah, I
I
got to my
well, I was
repeat.
an overachiever last week and an underachiever this week.
Well, there
So,
you go.
but
Um,
I've been busy.
okay.
I,
Well, there you
I've
go.
been I've been very busy with other things.
I'm certain. You're
Um,
always busy with things.
well, most of them involved my butt. So,
Well, there's that. Okay. Hear that. So I have exciting news though on my shawl.
oh, what's your
Exciting,
exciting news?
very exciting news.
Yes.
I got to blue.
Oh, awesome!
I'm
I am
in
so happy
blue.
to hear that.
I know, right? I was so ready for blue.
That is
Now
amazing.
it's blue and black, but it's
Well,
blue.
better than,
Look,
yeah.
you can't even tell. Look, I throw this shawl on the table. You can't even tell. It's all very dark. It's just all very dark. But the blue's a little lighter, actually. See, you can't even see it.
No, you can't. But as long as it makes a difference for you, that's all that matters.
Yeah, it made a
Yeah.
difference.
Good, good, good.
And now when I see it in bright light, I can tell that this part here where we started, this center part, is just purple. Then there's a whole strip through here that's where it was purple and black. So that's
Yes.
really dark. And then the blue got much lighter. Let's see if I see the blue.
Yes.
Actually, a lot lighter. So, but I made it all the way back around through to
Good.
round 26. So I'm on 15, right? Round 15, row
Okay. And
15.
so again, this week we're both going to be in different spots, but
We
that's fine.
are. That's all
That's
right.
fine. We don't care
We've
because we're
been,
just going to do this for one more week and then we're going to move on
yeah,
to something new.
yeah, we've been doing this for a while. We don't really need to keep going over the pattern with everybody. I don't
Right.
think. I think
Yep.
everybody's kind of got the gist of it.
Yep. So,
I actually
oh,
started.
Michelle, did you see Michelle finished hers?
Oh no, I did not see that. Did she
Yeah.
post it?
Oh, you know what? Maybe you know what? No, she texted it to me.
Oh, okay. She
But
did.
you know what happened to her is she would have said she would have liked to have made it bigger, but she ran out of yarn.
Right.
But she did something very cute. And I'm not going to share the picture with you on here because it's not my picture to share. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
if she says it's okay, I will. But she did tassels on the corners, on the three
Oh,
corners, but then she also put beads on her tassels, and it looks so pretty.
oh, nice.
Yeah, she did a very nice job.
We're MAC-A-Long 2024. I was going to post a picture today and I didn't get to it.
Yeah, so was I. I thought about it last night.
I know. We got a blanket and we've got Linda's blankets in here. We have a shawl that's started and then another shawl that's started.
So Michelle must not have had a chance to
No,
put her
no,
shawl in.
no. Who else is here? Some other people came in. Who else is here? Jennifer and Karen and Linda.
And Brenda.
Yeah, I can see the stitches better now, Karen. It's much.
Oh, and there's Michelle. Yep, she said she hasn't posted
No,
the
she
picture
has
yet.
one. Okay.
It did. It turned out very lovely.
Well, I mean, this is, like I said, I'm a full repeat in from where you're at. I finished, the repeat you're on, I have finished.
Right, and
I
I've
mean,
still got
my
4
shawl
to
is,
go.
it's getting there. It's not a huge shawl.
It's not huge, but it's getting there.
But I still have, I mean, look, I still have a lot of yarn.
You do. I don't know. I'm probably halfway through this ball.
I got a lot of yarn left.
And this was, how many yards did I have to start with? 705 yards.
Yeah, and this is like 1,200 or something.
Yeah, you've got a lot more yards. Oh, Molly's here. Hi, Molly.
I just messaged Molly this morning.
And the other Michelle.
No, it's 1,094. So I got 1,000
2
yards.
Michelles. Now I'm roasting. So I have a
Oh, I'm
fever.
roasting. Oh dear.
I have a fever and I keep going from freezing to sweating.
Yeah,
And so I put on this big, anybody who knows me knows that winter or summer, I always spend my days in a t-shirt. I keep my house warm enough. I don't need any more clothes than that. And for crafting, I don't like to have something near my wrists. It gets in the way of my
you can see
crafting.
my colors.
But I was so very cold earlier that I put on this big, heavy, woolly bully shirt, and now I'm sweating. So I might have to take it off.
I'm zooming my camera out a little bit because when I did that, I noticed that you can see the colors really good. It got more light in there. There's the on the edge. Anyhow.
Yes, Molly, it does. The small shawl does look nice, scrunch, almost like a
kerchief.
Like a scarf, like a kerchief scarf.
Kerchief. Yes. A lot of people wear their shawls that way.
Yes.
A lot of people do.
Okay. Off with this top. There we go. Now
Hi, Deborah. Deborah's here. Hello.
Now I got my bare arms out. I'm feeling better.
I'm bare. I'm bare.
I'm bare.
It's funny. I'm one of those people that I usually end up tossing off some of my covers in the middle of the night, usually my feet.
Oh, yes.
Hi, Emma. You know, I want my feet out. I'm weird like that, right? But
I don't know. My feet are generally cold. So, but I know what you mean. Like if my feet get hot, I definitely poke them out.
Yeah. And they're always cold when I go to bed.
But I'm weird though, in that it doesn't matter how hot it is. I have to have a blanket. Like, even if it's only covering like a small part of me, I have to have a blanket. I can't just sleep like with nothing on me.
So the night in the hotel with the Roach Motel, you had a hard time. We didn't have any blankets.
Right. We just had 2 sheets. But I think I was so exhausted that I just...
Right?
Yeah.
That was a sheet night.
I made it work. I made it work.
My house is always the same temperature. So, you know...
so is mine.
Yeah. I mean...
no, I take that back. In the summer, Jeff keeps it in the winter, he keeps it very warm in here. But in the summer, he keeps it extra cool.
Really?
Yes.
Ours is always just the same temperature. So, I mean...
I think that he likes to pay a lot of money to consume his energy.
Apparently. Our
so whatever the
doesn't need to change, because the temperature in the room is the same all the time.
Yeah, no, whatever the season is, he wants it either warmer or colder.
It's interesting.
In the opposite of what the weather outside is doing.
You got wool socks on, blankets pulled up, wrapped around. You must be freezing, Molly.
I have to tell you a story though of why I refuse to live that way in my own house in Michigan in the winter. When I was growing up, my stepfather, and keep in mind, we live in Michigan, where it can snow in September, definitely can snow in October. He had a rule that we did not turn the furnace on in our house until November 1st, regardless of the temperature.
God, that doesn't even make sense.
No, it was cruel and unusual punishment.
Yeah, that doesn't even make sense.
Yes. So I vowed that when I grew up and had my own house, I would never make myself suffer.
Right. I
will keep my thermostat at a temperature which is comfortable to me at all times.
Right. That's why I said mine is always the same temperature. Well, at night when we have heat on, we'll turn it down at night a few degrees. Not drastic. I think we turn it down like 3 degrees.
See, and I wish he would turn it down at night because I do end up getting hot at night, but so he doesn't.
Yeah, we turn it down at night, and then I get up in the morning early, so I'm the one that turns it back up. And then in the summertime, it's just pretty much always the same unless it gets really cool for some reason, and we can turn the air off for a minute, But, yeah. So, Molly, I got a question for you. Molly, I'm going to need your help.
Uh-oh.
I know. So, Molly, in May at the retreat, can you bring some supplies that may be needed to do a repair?
Ooh, a sock repair?
Yeah. So
Oh, that's just what she wants to do. Come to a retreat to
and
darn
fix,
socks.
and fix my sock. Can you fix my socks for me? So here's what Ms. Mindy does. And, this is all my fault. I know this because I wear them like slippers.
Okay.
So I just wear them around my house, the socks. And clearly this winter I was wearing one pair around my house a lot and I've worn them out.
In the heel?
Well, I have a feeling there may be a few holes.
Oh, no.
I know. Molly, I wrecked my socks. What can I do? I don't know how to darn. I don't know how to fix them. I mean, is there a actual method for fixing knit socks, Other than grabbing some yarn and making a hot mess out of them? I mean, I could do that, but
That's what I would do.
I could turn them into a hot mess and put a bunch of bulky stuff in there and, I'm sorry, Molly. But Molly, that being said, that just shows how much I've loved them.
I was just going to say that at least
They have been used and worn and yes. So you gotta look at it that way too, right?
Right.
Oh boy. Yeah. So that's what I did. It's only one pair. She's given me 2 pairs. I only did it to 1 pair.
So what have you been working on this week?
I worked on this shawl. I finished up my Expression Fiber Arts Mystery from 2022.
Oh, you did finish that up. That's awesome.
It's gorgeous. No, we have a hashtag on Instagram and it's MAC-A-Long 2024. There was a 2023 too, but now
there was also a 2022.
Did we do one in 2022?
We did. Can you believe that?
I don't remember that having
that was our very first one. We started our first one was at the end of 2022.
Now I got to
figure out. The first one we did was that pillow.
Oh, the pillow.
Yeah.
I still have not sewn my pillow together. The flap in the back.
Yeah, no, me neither.
I need to do that. It sits in the chair. It's in the chair. It gets moved
in the
around.
Chair, just not sewed together.
Right. Yeah. Well, Molly, I'll just bring them and I'll show you. I'll wash them first, though. I should wash them first, right? So I'm trying to figure out what I do at the end of this row. You know how this pattern is. You can't. No,
yes. No, you can't base it on what you did the previous row where you did those stitches.
No. After I go into the popcorn, what do I do after that? Right? Oh, I got to look at the pattern for a minute.
Yeah, I'm not a big Instagrammer, but I'll try to put it on there. It's just not I just don't find it very user friendly. I either that or I just don't understand how the app works well enough.
Right. I mean, once you use it a little bit more, it's a little easier.
Yeah, and yeah, probably. Just not that familiar with it. Yeah. Me and technology, I'm, I have a love-hate relationship with it. Actually, more of a hate-hate.
A hate-hate relationship?
Well, it's more of a lukewarm hate.
Okay. We have a lukewarm relationship.
Yeah.
With technology.
Yeah. I was talking to my sister. Mindy and I were talking when we went on our road trip about accessibility of a person and like having your phone on you all the time and stuff like that. Yeah. And I was really feeling like the freak because I don't, if I'm at home, my phone is not anywhere near me. I don't check my phone. I don't I mean, I'm not on my phone looking at things. I just don't. If I go on vacation, if we go camping, my phone goes in the cupboard of the camper when we get there, and it doesn't come out until we hook up to go home. I don't know. I just don't like
There it is,
being
Karen.
constantly
Really see you
connected.
2024.
So I was talking to my sister last weekend, and she was telling me the exact same thing.
That she's not on her phone?
Yep.
Oh.
Because I had texted her when I was at Nate's band competition on Saturday. And I rarely get out of the house. So I had texted her that I was out and about, and would she like me to drop off her beer?
I'm on live. But I would take that if you want to give it to me. Sorry.
Well, there's a lot of stuff in there. Yeah. Sorry for the interruption, but
Dale's just returning from my favorite Mexican place.
Oh, yum.
I know.
Mr. Taco, he's got to go.
Bye.
We'll go to his mom's.
Yep. Go take care of your mommy.
Yep. Do you want sauce for that?
No, I'm good just
I
like
didn't think
this.
so.
No, I'm good just like that.
No.
Well, Kaden, those things are like, aren't those Pro Maxes? Are those the big ones that are like a mini computer in your hand?
Yeah, Mr. Taco.
I don't know. I don't do iPhone. We had a discussion about that earlier.
Yeah. Oh, did you?
Yeah, mine.
I'll only ever do iPhone. Androids baffle me.
See, yeah. I'm a Molly knows I'm a non-Apple
Kaden,
girl.
I'm like the opposite of you. When Jeff went to go get us new cell phones, I told him, I'm like, I want an iPhone. I want the newest iPhone, but I want the smallest iPhone that you can possibly find me. So I got the iPhone mini. Him and Nate got the Pro Max, and I got the mini. Everybody always like, what is that phone? I'm like, it's an iPhone. I'm like, no, it's not. Yeah, it is.
Well, my phone's a pretty good size. I mean,
yeah, mine's teeny weeny. It's not that big, Kaden. That's what she said.
yeah. Dale's friend from Tennessee is here. He's come up to stay with his mom for a week. So his sister can go on a little vacation, I guess.
Okay.
So one of our favorite Mexican places from when we were all kids, because we all went to school together and stuff, you know? Well, they're trying to stay open, but it's a weird thing. The place is only open one day a week.
Oh, that's weird.
I know. And it just happens to be Friday. So the boys decided they were going to get together today, and they went to the taco place, and they brought me a bean burrito. Yay!
That's awesome.
I love it. Love it.
It's interesting. Yesterday was my mother-in-law's birthday, and and so my sister-in-law and her family moved to Tennessee about 10-15 years ago, but they surprised her and flew home for her birthday yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that was nice.
Yeah, so they're here for the weekend, which sucked because my family went over there for dinner last night and I did not get to go.
Oh.
So, and I haven't seen them in forever.
Right.
So it sucked.
Jody, I am one of those people that my phone is always right nearby.
Nope.
It's always right nearby.
If I could throw it in the river, I would.
Mm-hmm.
If we had a home phone, I would not even have a cell phone.
Yeah. Mine's so far from me.
Now, I do use my iPad a lot. I will say that. I
don't have an iPad. I don't I don't do iPad. I don't do Apple.
Like I use my iPad for all of my patterns, all of my recording.
Yeah, and see, that's my phone.
So
that's my phone.
And maybe it's because I'm so old and blind that I like the iPad better because it's bigger.
That could be, but my phone's pretty darn big.
Your phone is pretty darn big.
Hi, Lydia.
I wanted when I got the phone when Jeff got us the phones, I wanted something that would fit in my pocket.
Mine fits in my pocket.
Does it really?
Sure. I carry it in my pocket.
Like a back jeans pocket?
No, because I don't wear jeans.
Oh,
So,
that's what
I mean,
I
I
meant.
just put
Like
it
a
in my
jean.
front pocket. But
Oh, I wanted something that would fit in my back jeans pocket.
well, if I had jeans, it would probably fit. But I don't wear jeans. But
Oh, because the boys' phones don't fit in their back jeans pockets.
well, I don't know. Maybe I could borrow Dale for a minute. I'll tell you if it fits in a jean back pocket.
Put it in his butt.
Yeah. Will this fit in your butt pocket? Inquiring minds want to know.
I've had enough of talking about butts for a while.
Right. Okay. We won't talk about butts anymore.
Angie's still having butt issues.
Angie needs a new butt. Can they do a butt transplant?
Butt transplant. I need a transplant of my entire, like, from my hips to the top of my thighs, like my whole pelvic region. I just need a new one.
Let's get Angie a transplant.
That would be awesome.
Michelle says the 15 Max Pro fits in her jeans pocket.
Oh, does it? Oh,
me too, Jennifer. I'm a Samsung girl all day long.
Nope. Only iPhones. I'm an Apple girl. It's funny how people are very, I mean, there's nobody that I know that's that doesn't have a preference. You know what I mean? Either you're an iPhone person or you're an Android person.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I wasn't always like, I think my first cell phone was probably a Motorola Razor. I think that was probably everybody's first cell phone.
Mine was not.
But my first smartphone, I'm thinking, was probably an iPhone. Oh, and then we had those. Do you remember we were talking about this on our trip, Mindy? Do you remember Nextels? We had Nextels for a while where you could do that beep beep and talk to people like a walkie-talkie.
Yeah, I never had that.
Oh, I loved those. I
never had that.
Loved the Nextel. Except sometimes it was a little bit inconvenient because somebody could just press the button and start talking to you regardless of the situation that you were in. So, like,
you didn't have to accept the call?
No. It was just like a walkie-talkie and it just start talking. So, you'd have, like, I remember being in a work meeting and beep, beep. Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. I think that might be one of the main reasons those went by the wayside.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you could, like, silence it or, something, but...
It's almost like a pager going off.
Yeah.
Except you heard a voice, not just a...
Yep. I really liked the Nextels.
I never had one. Our first phone was through Alltel.
Oh.
Yeah. And then Alltel was purchased by Verizon. And I mean, that doesn't have anything to do with the type of phone, but...
Right. Jeff was actually, when we were gone to Texas, he went to Charter, which is our cable company, to, I don't know, change some stuff with our plan. And apparently we can get iPhones through Charter for, like, supposedly way cheaper than what we're paying through... I don't even know. Whoever bought out Sprint, that's who we have. And I don't know who that is.
I don't either.
Because that's not my bill.
Not your bill.
Not my
that
bill.
one. I don't know what it is. That's funny. So you don't even know who your service provider is? Nope. And I'm assuming your iPad runs does it run on your phone service or does it run on your home internet?
My what?
Your iPad. Does it run?
Well, I can tell it. I can do it either way. I can, like, when I'm home, I have it set up to automatically hook to our home Wi-Fi.
Okay.
But then when I leave the house, I have it set up to automatically hook
Your
to
mobile?
my phone's hotspot, mobile hotspot.
Oh. And how does that work, your hotspot? Because we don't have a very big or very long lasting hotspot.
Oh, my hotspot works awesome.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
don't.
I mean, like, I can hook, if I was at your house, let's say I was at your house and your internet went down, you could hook your home computer onto my phone's mobile hotspot and run internet and watch videos off it.
Huh.
Because we've actually done that here. We lost cable and Nate had to do homework or something. And so he got on his mobile hotspot on his phone and watched his video or whatever he had to do. Oh my gosh, that's funny, Jody. I got, okay, here's one. Have you guys ever heard of, and this is going to show both my age and possibly how far out in the sticks my dad lives or still lives. At my dad's house, who lives out in the country, when they first bought their property, their plan was to build their own house. And when I say build their own house, not like have it built, they actually drew up the plans. And my dad went and got his contractor's license, and he, by his own two hands, built a house. I mean, pounded every nail, I mean, some things like pouring concrete, he had to hire done, things like that. But for the most part, my dad did everything. So anyways, in the process of this house being built, and he still worked full time, so it took him many years to build this dream house. And it is a gorgeous, gorgeous house. But it took many years to build this dream house. So in the meantime, they had purchased a mobile home that they had put on the property, and they lived in the mobile home while they were building the house. So I don't know. This has nothing to do with the story. Anyways, when they first bought the property and they put the mobile home out there and got everything set up. I mean, they had to pay to have electricity run from their road because their driveway is a quarter of a mile long. I mean, their house is set way back off the road. The only phone that was available to them was a party line. Does everybody know what a party line is?
Absolutely.
Did you ever have a party line?
Absolutely.
Party lines are the weirdest freaking thing, aren't they?
Yeah, they're a little strange.
They're weird. So basically, if you don't know what a party line is everybody in their individual homes has a telephone. However, all of those people in the neighborhood or a certain geographical area have the same phone number.
Well,
not the same phone number, but the same phone line.
Yeah, but they were limited to how many people were on them.
Yes, in the neighborhood. Yes, it was a group.
Everybody.
Yes, there was a group of people that shared a phone line.
Yeah.
So if the phone would ring, it might not necessarily be for you or anyone in your house.
Right.
It could be for your neighbor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you'd answer the phone and it's for your neighbor.
Yeah.
Or even, and this was the wildest thing, is you could be on the phone talking and your neighbor could pick up the phone and talk in your conversation.
Yeah. But the funniest thing was you could always tell when somebody picked up the phone.
Yes.
And you knew they were there listening in, and you'd be like, I'm on the phone.
Yes.
So you
because
on the
that
phone very
happened to
long.
me because at my dad's there was the Harrisons were 3 houses down, and they were on our party line. And the Harris, they had 3 teenage boys who were my age or a little bit older, and I think all of them had a crush on me. And so when I was at my dad's for the weekend and I'd be talking on the phone, they would always like click in when I was talking on the phone to my friends. And I always knew they were on there.
I never knew who was on the party line.
Oh no, I did. I mean, I just knew it was them because
I never knew.
I knew it was them because the other people that were on our party line didn't have kids and they would have no reason to sit and listen to my phone calls. So I'm like, I know it's you guys. Hang up. Nah.
Yeah, I never would have known who the other people were. No clue. It was a weird system, though, wasn't it?
It was a really weird system.
Well, at least I'm not from the era of having an operator.
Oh, Kaden says that they had those when the dinosaurs were around.
I know.
Yes, Kaden, you're right. You are right. I am a dinosaur.
Your phone and have the operator dial your call. We did have an operator. Now you could call 0 for the operator. Could you do that? Do you remember that?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Call
Yes.
0
Call
and
0
get an
for the
operator to get
Yes.
somebody's phone number.
Yep. You call for it. Yes.
Information.
For information. Yes.
Things like that. But they didn't have to dial your calls.
They didn't have to connect your calls.
No.
And I also am not old enough to remember when phone numbers were like letters and then numbers.
No.
Like Pennsylvania 65000.
No. I remember 8826390 though.
What was that?
Childhood phone number
Oh.
at our first ever house that I lived in. 26390.
I remember here's what's weird. I remember my best friend's phone number, 7921448. That was her childhood phone number. And I remember my grandma's phone number, 7927859. But I don't remember my home phone number.
Interesting.
Yeah. I didn't call myself all that often, I guess.
Right. I don't know why I remember. Well, it was that era. You had to memorize your phone number and you just, I don't know. I lived in that house till I was about 12 or 13. And yeah, I always remember it.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. I used some. I think it's that I'm sick, that I don't remember, that I'm having, because I usually have a really good memory with numbers.
I used to remember the phone number of my mom and dad's store too, but I can't remember that one anymore.
Linda was the information lady.
Who's the information lady?
Linda.
Oh, she was?
Yes, that's awesome.
Oh, that's funny.
That is so cool, Linda. Linda was misinformation.
What? Brenda, listening to the neighbors.
You're like my little nosy teenage neighbors. Little horny toads.
Hello, Chantel.
Ugh, now I'm on the popcorn row.
In the age of the dinosaurs, right, Linda? As Caden has informed us.
Yes, Caden told us we're back in. That's funny, Caden, because my son Nate is driving now. Well, he has his learner's permit, so he has to log so many hours with me behind the wheel, before he can get his license, before he turns 16. And we were driving one day, and he was driving, and I was giving him some tips, some pearls of wisdom of, driving.
Slow down.
Pretty much that was it. Yeah, pretty much that was it. And I said something about speeding, and when I was learning to drive and speed or something like that. He goes, "That's weird, Mom. I didn't know Model Ts went that fast." You little sucker.
Well, Caden actually enjoys our back in the day stories. So
I'm glad. I love back in the day stories too. I do. You know what? The good old days really were the good old days.
I was going to say, back in the day were good days.
Yeah, they really were.
They were.
I miss back in the good old days.
Yeah. I enjoyed them.
It does seem like life was better. It just does. And I'm sure every generation has that feeling. But
like if I asked my dad, he would say that back in the, 40s was
right, exactly.
Good old days.
Yep. I don't know. It does. But I mean, it's like we were, I was born in 1975. So when I was growing up, we were Generation X. We were the generation that we woke up, we ate our cereal, and our mom said, "Go out and play and don't come in until the streetlights come on."
Well,
Pretty much.
that started before you.
Well, right. But I'm saying, yeah, absolutely, I agree with that. But
Yeah.
people don't do that anymore. I
No.
mean, but that was such a creative childhood to have. I mean, we went outside, we played with whoever was out that day playing. We made our own fun. We made up our own games. We made up our own, you know, we did silly things, and you know, it was it was great. There were no play dates. You didn't organize a
You know
play
what we did
date.
one summer at my house?
What?
He planned and orchestrated a talent show.
Oh, fun.
Yes, it was weeks and weeks of work. We had this talent show, and we actually pulled the whole thing off. This
That's
talent show.
awesome.
Had a few people, from the neighborhood came over, but that was just all us.
That's awesome.
And where I grew up, it was a big rectangle. There was only 2 long streets and 2 short streets, right?
Uh-huh.
And out behind was just wide open field. It is not
Okay.
all houses and homes.
Right.
But that wide open field, oh boy, did we have fun out there.
Oh, I bet.
We built an underground fort. That was fun. That took a while. Then we got a little mini bike, and we were constantly out there in the field just tooling around on this little mini bike. Got a couple scars to show for it,
See, I feel like growing up, I kind of had the best of both worlds, because at my mom's, we always lived in the city, in a normal city neighborhood. And we had tons of friends, in the neighborhood to play with. And we had a neighborhood party store that we could walk to and, buy candy cigarettes and,
Cigarettes.
and wax bottles of mysterious,
I
gross tasting
saw
fluid.
wax candy bottles somewhere the other day.
Those were so gross.
I almost bought them just because. Now I don't
Just for
remember.
the nostalgia of it.
Yeah, I don't remember where they were.
You know what else was a gross candy that we loved as kids? Were those candy dots that came on the roll of paper.
Mm-hmm.
And when you ate the dots, you always got a little bit of paper with it.
Those were good.
They were good, but you always ate paper when you were eating them. You could never fully get the dot off clean.
I liked candy dots.
I liked them too, but I always ate paper when I ate them.
I didn't mind the bottles of stuff. Then
I hated the bottles of
bottle
stuff.
when you're done.
What's that?
Did you chew the bottle when you were done?
Yes.
Yeah. You bit the top off, drank down the
juice, and then chewed on the bottle. Yep.
And the bottle and chewed it up like it was gum or something.
Yep.
Well, Brenda, that's no fun. You have to be an adult. Man.
What?
She's got to go.
Oh, Brenda's going to go adult? Yuck.
That's no fun.
Yuck.
Use a rotary phone.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Yeah, I did not.
My son's ambition, and he fulfilled it, and he has a very good collection going on, is he wanted a turntable, a record player. And so we got him a really nice record player and speakers, and he has been collecting albums ever since. And he'll get on a kick where he'll just go in there and play all of his albums. He loves his albums.
My daughter wants a turntable.
I have a very nice one. It was, when my parents owned the DJ business, they bought like professional grade turntables.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom, when they sold the business, my mom kept the turntables because they weren't using them anymore and gave me one. I mean, it's old, but it's a quality piece of audio equipment. You know what I mean? It was very expensive, and
I'm sure it still works.
Absolutely, yeah. And I'm sure that's the one I will give to Nate eventually. But to start him out, I mean, he's been doing this turntable thing for a few years now. I didn't want to give him something super expensive to start with.
So I don't know if you had any of these around where you lived, but we had a place around here, and it was a small chain, just a local chain. They had several stores in the area, and they were called Warehouse Records.
No, we had records and tapes galore and Rock-A-Rolla Records.
Okay.
Those were our two record stores.
They were just records. And then even when things started to switch over to taped stuff, they would have tapes and whatnot. And now they're gone. Those are gone. There's no record stores.
Actually, records and tapes galore is in my town is actually still in business.
Is it really?
Yep, it sure is. It sure is. And that has been in business since
records and
Yep, and that has been in business since I was a small child.
That's interesting.
But Rock-A-Rolla Records was a very cool place. That was where all the cool kids went to get their records. And in fact, like if we ever had any bands come to play at our civic center, like the bands would go there and sign autographs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the cool kids went to get their records. And I think they smoked pot out behind the shop.
Yeah.
So my mom never let us go to that record store.
I mean, I remember when I was a young adult and I was working and I had money, you know, it'd be like I'd get paid and I'd be like, ooh, let's go to the store. Let's go to Warehouse Records. I need to get a new. And at that point, I was probably getting cassette tapes and stuff.
Right.
You know, let me go get the latest, newest thing I want at the record store.
Yeah.
Now it's like nobody buys that stuff anymore. It's when they started coming out with vinyl again, I was like, oh, that is neat. Look, they're making some vinyl records again and stuff. And I thought it was really cool that they were doing that because, I mean, there's nothing like a vinyl record. I mean, come on.
I have a fairly large collection of vinyl. Some that I saved from when I was a kid, but then also I have picked some up at like estate sales and stuff over the years.
So older ones.
Older, yes.
Yeah.
Older stuff.
I had cases and cases of 8 tracks.
Oh my gosh, 8 tracks, yes.
And then I had to turn around and if I really liked them, I had to go then buy them over on cassette tape.
On cassette, yeah.
And
my dad had one vehicle that had an 8-track player in it, and so he bought one 8-track, and it was the Charlie Daniels Band. So if we ever wanted to listen to the 8-track player in that truck, that's the only 8-track we could listen to.
I had several vehicles with 8 tracks. Yeah.
Oh, but anyways, that's what I was saying is the beauty. I kind of had the best of both worlds growing up because my mom always lived in the city, in neighborhoods with lots of kids, you know, normal city blocks. And we just did the normal, you know, kid thing in the city. But my dad lived way out in the country. So I got to go do farm girl stuff on the weekends.
Mm-hmm. I don't know anything about living in the city as a kid like that. I was never in a city.
Yeah, it was fun.
Never lived in a city, never could walk anywhere except down the street to the friends' houses, but ride my bike. And we really weren't allowed on the other road because the other road was more of a through road, you know, and it was busier. And so we weren't really allowed to go over onto that road. We'd have to stay on our street or the end street down at the end, but yeah. I don't know that city kid life thing.
It was a lot of fun until 5th grade. In 5th grade, we moved from a neighborhood that was all young families and kids to a better neighborhood, subdivision type area, but it was all older people that were retired with no kids. So we lost our big, like, friend go outside and play type thing. So instead we got a pool and pretty much just, I think that's when MTV started. Yep, that's about exactly when MTV and HBO came upon the scene. So that's when we started to become and video games. It's when we first got our Intellivision.
In television.
Yeah, Intellivision.
I'm on the fast rows now.
Oh, I'm on the popcorn row.
20. Oh, the all popcorn row takes forever, and row 20
Yes, it does.
forever. Because row 26 has got popcorns and back post doubles. That one takes forever.
Yes, it
I did
does.
that this morning, and I was like, am I ever going to be done with row 26?
Oh, Jennifer had Ralph's records. Yep, you could get your concert tickets at the record store too, definitely.
Oh, yeah. That is where you went to get them.
Yeah. Trying to think my first rock concert.
Hmm.
My first concert ever was Alabama, the country band, with my aunt and my grandma. I was just little, and I don't think that really counts. My first rock concert, I'm going to say, was Poison. Me and my sisters went to see Poison.
Wow.
And my sister Holly, she was very young at the time. I want to say she was probably only 5 years old. She loved Poison. She still has her concert t-shirt from that.
Woo-hoo.
It's ratty and gross, but she still has it.
I have no concert t-shirts anymore. I mean,
My sister Holly's a collector. I mean, she started collecting the holiday edition Barbie that comes out every year when she was a very, very young girl. And she has collected them ever since. So she literally has not missed a year since she was probably 3 years old. And she is 41. So that's a lot of Barbies.
Yeah. My first concert had to have been with my parents. Bobby Sherman. There you go. Now we're talking, Deborah.
Who's Bobby Sherman?
Oh my gosh. See, now us older folks are stepping in here.
I don't even know who Bobby Sherman is, and I'm pretty good on music trivia.
Bobby Sherman. That's
I'm
funny.
going to have to look that up. Oh, Jody's first was Quiet Riot and White Snake.
See, my parents used to buy these tickets through like the police.
Jennifer, your mom let you go to Metallica at 14? That's awesome.
Like the local police or whatever would sell tickets, and they would do these concerts, and they were all country concerts.
Oh, okay.
And I don't even know who the people were, but those were my first concerts I ever went to, were with my parents through the Fraternal Order of the Police or whatever, you know?
Oh, and then I got to go with my aunt to the Purple Rain concert, Prince's Purple Rain concert. That was freaking awesome.
Well, I'm back in the Ozzy Osbourne era, Foreigner, Peter Frampton. I got a story about the Peter Frampton concert. Want to hear that one?
Yeah. Let me tell Jennifer something real quick, though. We were just talking about concerts the other day, Jeff and I. And he said when he was 18, he went to see Metallica. And he said that he couldn't hear and his ears were ringing for 3 days after that concert.
Oh, wow. So, I mean, Ozzy Osbourne was kind of like that too.
Oh, yeah.
But one of the most memorable concerts was Peter Frampton.
Okay.
And for Peter Frampton, for some reason, I don't know why, we were up in that pit crew right up in front of the stage.
Uh-huh.
And that's where we were the whole time. We were not in a seat anywhere. We were right up there. And so we were right in front of these huge stacks of speakers. Talk about not being able to hear for days.
Right.
It was that, because we were right there. And we stayed, and we just stayed, and we stayed until the concert was over and everybody was leaving. And the crew even started to come out, and a whole bunch of people, I don't know why, but a whole bunch of people all started chanting, "We want Peter, we want Peter." I don't know why, but that's what we were doing. And so one of the roadies decided to turn around and drop his drawers.
What?
and show us Peter.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Yeah. And he even yelled out at us something like that. He's like, "Here's Peter."
That is so funny.
So that was an interesting one. So
I have never seen Metallica in concert. I've never seen Ozzy. I've never seen AC/DC, but those are all 3 concerts that I would have loved to have been able to go to.
I've been to Heart several times because my ex-sister-in-law, oh my gosh, still to this day, is a huge, huge Heart fanatic. She follows them around the country that much. Has multiple pictures of her with Anne and all that kind of stuff. So she was always taking me to Heart concerts constantly.
I'd say one of my probably the best, and it's weird because these 2 bands are not like my absolute all-time favorite artists, but they were the 2 best concerts I've ever been to. The 2 best concerts I've ever been to would have to be a tie between the Rolling Stones and Tom Petty. And I don't know why, but they were just Stones puts on an amazing stage show, but they were just both really good concerts.
Then I've done the Judds, Alan Jackson, Dolly Parton. I went the whole country route concerts for a while.
I would say the country, besides the Alabama concert, the countryest I ever got was the Allman Brothers, which are not very country.
I think I've seen Reba. I don't remember though, but my daughter's first date, we call it her first date, was to see Dolly Parton.
Aw.
But she was like 7.
Aw.
And she was with me and my best friend, and it was our 2 kids that were on the date.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Now, Nate, on the other hand, his concert he's been to a lot of concerts, but most of his, Nate is more of like a hard rock kind of kid. So we've taken him to a lot of kind of hard rock, heavy metal concerts.
Like what type of hard rock? Like who's some of his names?
Avenged Sevenfold, 5 Finger Death Punch. Who else have we seen with him? Oh, we actually took him to see Deep Purple, and I mean that's old hard rock, but still. Deep Purple, and who were they with? They were with some other people.
Josh's 2
Imagine Dragons, which isn't really hard rock, but when he was little, he loved the Imagine Dragons. So I took him to see Imagine Dragons one year for his birthday.
Josh's 2 that I remember that I heard a lot of was System of a Down.
Oh, love System of a Down. They're great.
And his top, number 1, is Enter Shikari.
Oh, I've never heard of them.
He has seen them multiple times.
I've never even heard of them.
I actually know some of the songs to Enter Shikari.
Wow.
Right?
Amity Affliction. I'll have to ask him, Tammy. I've never heard of them, but I'll have to ask him. Yes, Five Finger does do good covers. I agree. Ooh, your mom went to Pink Floyd, Chantel? That's awesome.
One of Josh's good friends, that's his favorite, is Pink Floyd.
I love Pink Floyd too.
I mean, these kids, they're much younger than us, but well, you know that. They're not even from that era, but they're still like.
Oh, Pink Floyd is timeless.
Yeah, they're still liking some of the old classics.
Oh yeah, Pink Floyd is, and that's the thing too. Nate also likes a lot of older, like one of Nate's favorite bands is Fleetwood Mac. He's a huge Fleetwood Mac fan.
It's funny. I call Josh's bands the screamer bands.
Yes. Well, and then Nate got into, because Austin was in a band that was kind of like like an alternative hard rock band, I'd
But I
say.
call a lot of these that we've just talked about, like
So but these guys are like lesser, like he got into a lot of like local bands. You know what I mean? Like, unknown local type bands. Because of Austin.
I don't know that Dale or I, either one, have like a favorite. I mean, we've
I
listened.
have so many favorites.
We've listened to so
Hard to
much
narrow it
music
down.
for our lives.
Yeah, it would be hard to narrow
Although
down
I
the
can
favorite.
say that one of our favorite songs, Dale and I, has to be Muskrat Love.
Oh, you told me about that.
And then there's that Feels Like the First Time one.
Yep.
Mm. There's
I have I do have two absolute favorite songs, but they're not by my favorite bands, which is interesting.
I don't know. I don't know if I have a favorite song.
My two favorite songs both have the same name, but they're not the same song.
Interesting. Same name, different song.
Yep, different song, different artist. Yep.
Okay.
Wish You Were Here. One by Pink Floyd and one by Incubus. I love both those songs.
Oh. I have never heard Incubus.
They were like a 90s grunge-ish, maybe
Yes.
a little.
I wasn't listening to that kind of stuff then. I was into,
That was the best. Love 90s grunge
at that point. So
yep, that's my generation. My generation.
I was listening to Reba and
Hollywood Undead. All right, Caden, I'm going to have to remember those two bands and tell Nate about them.
yeah, now you're talking to somebody Nate's age.
Nate's age, or Nate's generation at least, yeah.
Exactly, right?
Chantel, absolutely. I'll take it one step further than that. I don't think that good music has been made since the 90s. I don't think there is any new good music.
What? Yes, there is.
Nah.
Yes, there is.
Well, maybe a few, but not much.
We talked
the Foo Fighters continue to knock it out of the park with their songs, but
we talked about some on our trip that are current songs that we both liked.
Yeah, we did. Well, we talked about Yellow, but that's in the 90s.
I don't know.
Oh, Nate, I've got some bands that I want to know if you know about. I'll be done when I'm done.
I'll be done when I'm done.
You're wearing my Patty's Pub shirt. I know I did. Nate's wearing my favorite Patty's Pub shirt.
You said I could.
You said I could.
Hollywood Undead. Okay, Caden says to check them out. They're a band you might like. And then someone else had Tammy says to check out Amity Affliction. Have you ever heard of them? Check them out. We're talking about bands. What is your favorite band right now, Nate? What's your favorite song right now?
My favorite song right now?
Yes. Are you going to say something jackass? Yes. Nate loves to be a jackass. All right, go ahead. Tell us.
No, I can't.
You can't? Why?
Well, I can tell you. No,
Why? Is it offensive?
No.
Oh, it's offensive. Is it a parody type?
His favorite song is offensive?
Well, in a satirical parody type of way, apparently. Which doesn't surprise me because Nate's a jackass.
Because Nate's a jackass. She's so cute.
Oh, Tammy, I bet. That's cool. That is so cool that you were in on the early action. I had an argument, Tammy, with Jeff pretty recently about the fact that Pearl Jam's name before it was Pearl Jam was Mookie Blaylock. And he argued that with me. He's like, no, that's the name of a basketball player. I'm like, yes, I'm aware. But they named their band Mookie Blaylock.
I learned I will not argue trivia with Angie. She knows trivia.
Okay, we have established that I do know a lot of absolutely useless information.
There you go. Yeah.
Completely useless. No reason for me to know it.
Yeah. That's funny. And I don't have that brain capacity to remember useless stuff. It just goes like I don't even remember like old teachers' names, old classmates' names, it doesn't pertain to anything I'm doing now. I don't remember it.
Well, okay, but here's the thing, Mindy, that I have to say to that is that is probably a good thing because you're using your brain capacity for things that matter and are significant. And I'm using my brain capacity for stupid trivia and forgetting the important things.
Oh, well, I don't forget important things.
I forget a lot of important things.
Do you?
Oh, absolutely.
Luke Combs. Yep, I like Luke Combs.
I forget a lot of important things.
Ed Sheeran. Oh, what's the song that Ed Sheeran sings that I just absolutely love?
Okay.
Chantel, what is it? Come on, help me out. It's the one that's a really love songy. Really.
I think that Ed Sheeran has a gorgeous voice and he sings beautiful songs, but I can't stand to look at him. He just creeps me out. He gives me a creep vibe.
Well, you don't have to look at him.
Nate is. I wish you guys could see Nate right now because we're talking about music, and Nate's currently standing in the middle of the living room holding Junebug, who weighs about 65 pounds, and playing her like a guitar.
Oh, Lord, have mercy. All right, Chantel, I'm waiting for the name of that song. You know what it is. I know what it is. I love that song. See, Angie, I love the song, but I could not tell you the name of it. You, if it was a song you loved, you'd pop it right out of your mouth like nobody's business.
Yeah. But why do I waste my brain cells remembering such things?
Thank you. That's the one. Perfect. Thank you. See, I can't do it. I just can't pull that out of my head.
No, but I waste a lot of brain cells.
You know that song, Angie. Perfect.
Probably if you sang it to me, I'd recognize it.
I'm not gonna sing it to you.
You're not going to sing?
No.
We did a lot of car singing. You sing beautifully in the car.
But that's when I have backup singers on the radio.
Oh, okay.
Solo's not my gig.
No solos?
No. Well, that's not true because you guys know I sing quite often in my videos. I don't sing well. I popped out into song the other day in one of my videos. I have no idea what. I have no idea why. Don't even know where it came from. I made some crap up for some reason.
I watched, okay, we're talking about, music and stuff. I watched the most coolest thing yesterday for those of you who are Foo Fighters fans. As you know, they lost their drummer, Taylor Hawkins, who was an amazing drummer in 2022. They did a tribute concert to him, and they had artists across the genre, across the spectrum of like favorite artists of his came on and performed, and the whole concert is live on Paramount Plus. So if you're a Foo Fighters fan, it's a good one to watch. And oh my gosh, and also speaking of music, during this concert, they had several, like I said, they had all these different musicians come on and play. One of the musicians they had come on and play as a guest drummer is a little girl from the UK named Nandi Bushell. Go check her out on YouTube. Nandibusshell. Starting from a very, very young age. And she's, for reference, she's 13 right now. So in 2022, she was 11 when she played in this concert. She is a drummer and she is amazing. Amazing. She does all of these like rock covers, drums in all of these cover rock songs. It's amazing. Have you ever heard of her?
I have not. Mm-mm.
She's cool. She's really cool.
Do you know what I like to listen to?
What?
Men with deep voices. Really deep voices.
Do they have to be saying anything in particular or?
No. I mean, okay, no. We'll find them. Like, there's a lot of pirate songs they'll sing. I'm not crazy for the pirate songs, but they've just got these deep voices. And I just love a deep, deep voice. Love a deep voice.
Pirate songs?
Yeah.
What's a pirate song?
I
Like Yo Ho Ho and a Bottle of Rum?
Well, no, there's some other ones. Like, what is the one I keep thinking of? I can't do it. I can't on the spur of the moment think of it. Anyhow, I like men with deep voices. It's like I love who's the hang on, let me think. Let me get my brain in gear here. I can't.
Nate really likes, have you ever, I know that you are a lover of the Renaissance Festival.
Oh yeah.
So one year at the and it probably happened multiple years, but there was this one particular year that we had a chance to enjoy it in its entirety. They had a band playing this very deep, resonating, eerie Viking type music.
Yeah, that's cool.
It was very cool, and Nate actually loved it so much that he bought their CD.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Oh, Chantel. Sam Elliott, please. Any day. Just any day with Sam Elliott.
Oh, Sam Elliott does have an awesome voice, yes.
And he is still hot for an old guy.
Yes, he is. I think it's the mustache.
I don't know what it is. I don't care, but he's something. Acapella group. Who's the acapella group? Everybody knows them. The acapella group.
Boys to Men.
No.
I was just thinking of Boys to Men because I was watching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and they're always singing a cappella.
Yes. Chantel for the win today. Yes. Pentatonics. Thank you. Love
Pentatonics. Never heard of them.
Oh, you want to hear great acapella? They have great acapella. My favorite song they do is Mary Did You Know? It's amazing. But
is that a Christmas carol?
It is. It is a Christmas song, yes. And it's amazing. But the bass singer, oh my goodness. And it's actually, I think it's their second bass singer. I think they've had a couple, but amazing. I could just sit and listen to a bass singer all day long. All day.
Well, we know what kind of guys Mindy likes.
Yep. Give me that deep voice and that You got it.
Oh, you know what? We should probably switch gears here
I know.
as we're coming up to
I'm
quarter
getting
after
to the end of
3.
my row. As soon as I
Because
finish up this row.
All right, because I need to get off right away at 3:30. I've got to take Nate over to his friend John's house. He's having a sleepover party. Nate, is this your first sleepover? When did you ever have a sleepover before? Last year at John's house. Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to finish the end of this row, but you know how it goes. When I get to the end of the row, I gotta look up the instructions.
Nate, did you ever take a shower, bud? Oh, you did? Okay. Oh, well, I was asleep. Okay.
You're getting awfully personal with him on live here. I mean,
Well, he wanted to take a shower. He's doing exams this week at school, so he had a abbreviated schedule. So he wasn't on his normal like get ready for school schedule, and so he had wanted to take a shower before he went to his friend's house today.
if not, go throw him in the tub.
Go throw him in the tub. Yep.
Get in there, boy. Wash up. You got a lot of hair to wash too. Go wash.
He does have a lot of hair to wash. And your luscious locks, have you groomed your luscious locks since
Groomed?
you shower?
Luscious locks.
You better go brush those luscious locks before you go.
Now can you see my pretty colors? See the color changes now?
You're trapped by what, a dog?
Angie, can you see that?
Oh, I do. They look beautiful. That does look beautiful. I love that color
Here's the
transition.
blues, and here's the dark purple, and yeah, see?
Yeah, that's a nice transition.
Yeah. I mean, it was very abrupt though. I mean, there was a little tiny knot in my yarn, and the next thing I know, I had blue and black. I was like, oh, okay, there's the blue and black yarn. Oh, right then. Okay.
Oh, Chantel had some information on your pentatonics guy.
Oh, what do you have? Avi, the guy from Pentatonics with the deep voice, left the band and had his what?
His own CD, I think she means.
Oh, his own CD. Was he the first bass or was he the second bass? Because I know there's been two guys. I don't know if he was the first one or the second one. I think wasn't there the first guy was a white guy that was the bass and the second guy is a black guy. I don't know. I don't remember for sure, but I know that there have been two basses for that group. And they're just
Nate, before we go, could you let your dogs out, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, but what we need to change our direction here about is we need to talk about our next project because we're going to start it next Friday.
Yes.
So we need to settle on a project and give you guys enough time to get your yarn.
Yes.
So Mindy has some ideas that she's going to float past everybody if you're planning on participating in our next project to get some input, because I'm easy like a Sunday morning and I'm going to make whatever you guys decide.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. So they did break up for a little while because he left, but then they got a new baritone, and then they're back on. So anyhow, okay. So let me show you. Let me see where I want to go to here. First of all, I've been looking up tops, like crazily looking up tops. Okay.
Yes, I can confirm.
So here is a preview. The Aviva mesh top tee. That is one option. Aviva mesh top.
Well, if it's mesh, is it going to are you going to have to wear something underneath?
Yeah, I know. I know. And that was my theory I just threw out at you earlier today. Correct?
Oh, okay.
Right? That I wanted something more. If there's mesh, lower mesh would be fine. I want to be able to just wear the top with a bra and not have to worry about it. Now there is this cute little shell number. There's this one. That one's called the Barbara Summer Top. That one's kind of.
Can you get that closer? Okay.
See, it's like. See?
Mm-hmm.
It's just a little scoopy neck with some little sleeves.
I really like that one that had the V-neck, but you said the construction of it is weird.
Yeah. And that's very, very lacy.
At the top.
It's something weird, like you started with the arms, and the arms become the top of the top. And
I wonder if that's because it's a V-neck.
yes, there's this, hang on, there's this guy right here, the baby doll tee, which that has mesh at the bottom. It's more meshy at the bottom.
Can you put it down a little? Okay, that's cute. I like
Baby-
that.
The baby doll's kind of cute, right?
Yep, I like that.
These are all free, just for the record. They're all free. This isn't a t-shirt, but this would be fun to do someday. It's actually a baseball shirt.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Look at that one. It's a baseball raglan. That was interesting, right?
Oh my gosh, I love that. That is super cute.
So there's a baseball shirt.
I love that.
So that's kind of cute.
I like that a lot.
This one is interesting. This is Tunisian. It's called the Railway, and it's a Tunisian shirt. You wouldn't
Well,
have.
we have been saying that we want to do something
know, right?
Tunisian.
I know, and this is a shirt and Tunisian. You wouldn't have to do it 2 colors, of course.
That's what I was thinking. That I was just going to say that you don't have to do it in 2
Yeah,
colors.
you could do 1 color or whatnot. And this one is just a very, very basic. It's called the Harley. This is Megan Makes Do.
I like Megan Makes Do.
So this is just it's got a little detail on the side here. See, the side has something.
Oh, I like the construction of that with the neck. I like the way the neck is kind of a scoopy neck.
Yeah. So there's that one. And you know where I've been finding all of these, crazily enough, is on Pinterest.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I looked on Pinterest, and all of this stuff's coming up on Pinterest.
You know, I have a hard time with Pinterest, and I don't know if I'm doing it wrong, but I can find things that look really cool, but I can never find out how to like find the pattern.
Oh, well, I could help you with that.
Okay.
That's not that hard.
Oh my gosh, everybody's loving the baseball shirt.
I know, I'm seeing that, right?
I love the baseball shirt too. I think that's very cool.
So we want to do the baseball shirt.
I think we should.
So then when you really need like 2,
you do need 2 colors.
Yes. One for the sleeves, and then let me go back to it. Let me go back to my Pinterest. And these are just Pinterest. I haven't even gone into Ravelry yet, you guys.
Where is that? Who's the designer of that one?
Joy, the baseball shirt?
Yeah.
Joy of Motion Crochet. So let me show you.
I've done something.
Okay, so let me show you this. This is how this works, Angie. So here's the pin. Here's the shirt, right? And then down here at the bottom, it says read it. See? Oh, hang on. I hit the wrong thing. You hit read it.
Read it.
And read it usually takes you to their blog, which it does.
Okay.
Oh, look, she has a video too. So it takes you to their blog usually. And you know, some blogs are just so loaded
with ads.
It's hard to maneuver, and others aren't as bad. It's crazy. So let me tell you a little bit more about the Joy, the baseball raglan.
Oh, it looks pretty boring. I think it's all single crochets.
What?
I'm looking at it now.
Oh, yeah, it probably is very, very simple. Apparently, there's a Joy of Motion yarn.
Oh, yeah, there sure is.
Yeah, a Joy of Motion yarn. How long does it take to crochet?
Oh, you know what? Maybe not. Those actually look like knit stitches. Those might be single crochet splits that to make them look like
you need your favorite DK yarn. It tells you how much yardage you need.
Hold on, I'm trying to wade through the ads here.
That's what I'm doing too.
Materials, and I'm on Jeff's iPad, and it's really old.
Information, techniques you will need.
exclusive. La, 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 la.
Unlock this exclusive content. Unlock and subscribe.
Oh, this, yeah, you know what? Someone else does that where you have to subscribe to their thing.
Okay, let me keep going. So, okay, now I'm actually to the pattern. Woo!
Oh, this is pretty. Oh.
What?
Jody just texted me something.
SSC. What's an SSC?
Split single crochet. That's what makes it look like a knit stitch.
Okay, that's what she's doing is
Yep,
SSC.
that's what I
I've done that
assumed.
before. They're
Yeah,
SSC.
I've done that. In that one. Look at the one that Jody just sent me. It's very pretty stitch. It's called the Kaya Tea.
I think I've seen that one in my ramblings around.
But it does, you know what? It doesn't tick all your boxes, I think, because it does have some spaces to where you probably would have to wear something underneath
the
it.
top looked pretty open.
Yeah, it's a little open. It is very pretty though.
I had a couple more on Ravelry. Let's see if
Let's go to Ravelry.
see if I can find those. Oh, I got crazy today on Ravelry. I got all kinds of crazy stuff in my Ravelry.
I got crazy on Ravelry earlier this week.
I don't have that many on Ravelry, actually.
I actually started something because of course I did. I saw this sweater probably a year or two ago, fell in love with it, put it in my Ravelry cart because it was a paid pattern. And I wanted to use the called for yarn for it. And the called for yarn was ice yarns. Let me grab a ball of it real quick. Ice yarns. Oh, come on. Ice Yarns Silk Merino DK. It is 35% silk and 65% merino. And I have to tell you, this is gorgeous yarn.
So did you just run over to Ice Yarns and just buy that? So
Yep,
you could do that?
I sure did. Yes, I sure did. This, I think, is going to be my go-to DK for nice projects. It's beautiful. I love it. I love, love, love it. And you know how sometimes ice yarns can smell factory-ish? This batch doesn't stink at all.
I have heard people say that, but
They can.
I have never really noticed that. I haven't purchased a lot from Ice, but
and so anyways, I ordered this, and because when I saw the pattern, I immediately thought of my daughter Emily. And so I bit the bullet, got the pattern, and started it last night. And let me show you what it is. I can't show you the pattern, of course. Oh, it's going to be hard to see. Anyway, it's going to be hard to see, but this is the back of the sweater, and you use cable stitches, and it makes a skull on the back of the sweater.
Oh, wow.
And it's a cardigan. It's very cool looking. It's very, very cool. And then the front panels of the cardigan just have like cables going down the front sides, and then of course it'll have a border row or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not into the skull thing.
Oh, it's so cool looking. I can't remember what it's called. It's very, very cool.
I don't know. When I was cruising around, though, I thought of you when I saw this, because this reminds me of your coat that you're working on.
The elf coat?
Yeah, look at this one.
Oh, I have seen that. Yep, I've seen that one.
Reminds me of your coat. I guess I didn't have that much in Ravelry.
Oh, and Michelle, I forgot I was going to text you that pattern, that quilt blanket pattern. I did end up getting that pattern, and then I went on Wool Warehouse and I got they didn't have, and I couldn't find anybody that had that king coal yarn in those colors, or like mulberry and one other color were sold out everywhere. So I went through that line of yarn and I picked some complementary colors that were kind of like along the same, color family as the original pattern, and ordered those. So I do have yarn on the way from Wool Warehouse. Yes, Jennifer, it is on Ravelry, and it's called, gosh, what is it called? Oh, shoot. I can't look right now because I am using my iPad for, I'm using my iPad for my filming. Oh, crap. What's it called?
I had a couple of tops in my downloaded patterns.
Let me look.
Oh, here's another one that I kind of liked, was this one. Here's this one. This one is a hobby pattern. Hobby. It's called the Kissity. So it looks like, hang on, get the light right. Looks like that. It's got a little detail running down the front, down the sides of the front there.
Well, you have much more, like boxes that you're trying to tick with this project. So I'm gonna just defer to you, whatever you decide.
I don't.
Okay, here's a picture of it, but
This one though. The back of that one's like just way open, and
so here's a picture of it finished. The back of it, that skull cardigan. I'm trying to. It's a Ravelry, and I can't get into Ravelry on my phone because I'm an idiot and can't remember my username and password.
I have it.
I know you do, but I don't want to tell everybody.
Get a pen and paper, everybody, quick.
We can all share patterns.
That's funny.
Let's see if I can remember it off the top of my head here. Nope. Incorrect password. Damn it. Well, can I just look at Ravelry without logging in?
Yeah.
How?
Just go to Ravelry.
It takes me immediately to the login page.
Want me to text you your login?
Yeah, could you?
Oh boy.
That's pretty bad, huh?
See how we are here? See how we are? Okay. Here we go.
And it's it's a very well written pattern. And the cabling portion of it in the back is really fun to do. But it is, for the remainder of it, for the balance that isn't cables, is all just single crochets, which is getting to be a bit monotonous, I must say.
I think I wrote this really messy. I think the last two letters are right.
Well, I'll probably be able to guess.
You might recognize it, yeah. Oh, I forgot a letter.
I thought that's what it was, and that's what I tried to put in.
Did you do capitals where you needed?
No, I don't think I did.
That might. I might need that. Yeah, the quilt crochet blanket. What is that? Well, you guys, I don't know what we're gonna do then. I don't know.
Well, we need to decide on something because we've got to have something to do next week.
I know. What do we want to do?
Oh, I did it. That was right. Okay.
You got it.
So I got, thank you, Mindy, for
one way or another. We'll get this
one way or the. Okay, it's called the Fancy Bones cardigan. Fancy Bones by Restless Hooks. And it is a rather expensive pattern. It's a $10 pattern, but I had to have it.
All right. Put your final word here of everything that you just saw.
I like the. I'm gonna vote for. Actually, I'm gonna vote for the railway one, the Tunisian one.
Tunisian?
Yep,
Oh.
that's my vote. Second would be the baseball one, but I think that's gonna get boring. But that's okay.
The Tunisian would be interesting.
The Tunisian. That's what I'm saying. The Tunisian one would be interesting.
It's
It would be a new.
done.
Right, we would be getting a new skill.
Mm-hmm.
Where is my? Why is this weird? Why can't I look at my?
It's very
friggin-
solid without being solid. You know.
I want to look at my.
Here's the back of it.
Where do I see the crap that's in my library? I can't get to my library from here. I've never done this on my phone. I've always done it from my iPad.
Which one was the Harley again? Which one's Harley? Oh, the Harley was the orange one. That's the Harley. So we got Harley or baseball.
Which one was the Harley again?
This orange one right here.
Oh yeah, that's cute. I'd do that. I'll do any of them. I don't care.
It's got some detail on the side. I'm not certain.
Michelle, can you tell me what that quilt pattern is called again? Because I can't find it. Do you have all your stuff packed, bud? That you need to take with you? Oh, okay.
Okay, go out of my way now. Get out of my way. Thank you.
Oh, yep. You guys found it before I did, and I didn't even see that.
E half double crochet, extended half double crochet.
Yeah. Yes, Jody, this Ice Yarns is Silk Merino DK. And my problem, the reason it took me so long to get this yarn is because I definitely wanted to do it in this dark gray. And it was always, this color was always sold out every time I went to look for it. So finally they had it in stock. So I grabbed it. And the stock number for it is 57664. So that's what you got to go by when you order from Ice or when you want to search for something.
Here's another view of the Harley in like a little variegated yarn. It is a very basic tee.
It is very basic.
Very
Yeah.
basic.
Um.
All right. Well, baseball.
Make a decision, Mindy. It's you. It's all you. Let's do the baseball one. It'll be fun.
Okay. And then next time we'll do something else that's Tunisian.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, we had the most votes for the baseball, so
We did.
I mean, yeah, I'm fine with anything. If you want to, just make a decision, that's fine. But
So the baseball one is through Joy of Motion Crochet.
let me see if I can put a link.
Joy of Motion Crochet. Did I send you this one in Messenger or anything?
No, you sent me the Pinterest pin or whatever. But I'm gonna put the link to the
I got the actual pattern here.
pattern. Yeah.
Here, maybe this. Go to your Messenger.
I've got it.
Okay, you found it. Okay.
Yeah.
Tunisian makes you nervous. Well,
Well, I think I got it. Hold on here. Ugh, gosh darn it. Oh, here's what I got to do. Copy. Paste. All right, there's the link to the baseball shirt. And it says that it uses DK yarn. So, and you're definitely going to need 2 colors.
mm-hmm.
And I'm sure the pattern is going to tell you the quantity you need of each color.
Yep. And there's
So-
a video here.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it shows, but there's a video.
Okay.
I've never heard of Joy of Motion yarn. Have you?
Not yarn. No, I've heard of that blog, but I've never heard of that yarn.
I have not.
I'm gonna find some pretty variegated hand dyed yarn, I think,
Yeah.
for the body portion.
Oh, yeah. And then maybe a solid for the sleeves, or
Yeah, in fact, I think I have some Malabrigo Rios. Oh, that's worsted weight though, but it's a light worsted. It might work. I have some pretty Malabrigo Rios that I might have a big enough quantity of. Or I may have some Noro. Oh, I do have some Noro.
DK.
Yes.
I didn't win anything for bingo. I just wanted to say that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She did her drawings today. Half the people got a prize. I didn't get a prize.
Oh.
She had some good stuff that she was giving out, though.
I never win prizes.
Oh, yeah. This is that split single crochet. I'll have to learn how to do that.
It's easy. It's easy. And I love it because it looks just like a knit stitch.
I've never done it before.
Yeah, it's easy. All right, I got to go. Nate's chomping at the bit to get to his
Okay.
friend's house.
Well, check out that pattern, you guys, and get ready to roll. How's
All
that?
right. See you
Okay.
next week.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.